Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 15 of our Astropolis Let's Play series, where today we are finally getting into a digital storage system. Let's get started because it can't come fast enough. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata, where we're just, chilling, flying around with our new jetpack. Finally got those two bricks that were sitting up top. Man, I really wish I would have had this jetpack when I was building these, because it would have made maintenance down here so much easier. Granted, I mean, it doesn't last that long, but like it would have made it so much easier to just instead of having to build like little platforms down there and everything. And then, yeah. Anyway, so jetpack acquired last episode. I know I said last episode I was going to go ahead and work on getting the rest of the suit. I did not do that because, my goodness, it's driving me crazy bouncing back and forth between inventories and all this stuff. So I'd really like to get Applied Energistics going and getting that done so that way we can link all our storage together and kind of sort of have some sort of digital storage system going on, make it a little easier to craft some certain things. Even if I still have to manually put things into, say, the arc furnace, at least I don't have to how do we just put this in here? I know that's tangential, but that's how I make the dust. I couldn't remember. Anyway, at least it's a step closer to what I would like to have happen. We're going to need some of those. We're going to need some of those. So let's not cook up all this Fluix dust. I think that, we're good there. And then we can have the rest of this turn into Fluix blocks, and I think that'll be okay. I think we could handle 4 of those, right? I do notice that I had to have seen it before, but this tells us it uses 64 IF per tick over the course of 5 seconds. So that tells us how much energy that we're, burning through on each one of these. Oop, don't land there. Okay. So our goal today is to try and get a AE2 system set up. Now, I did watch a primer video about AE2 to try and see, what do I need to do. I'm going to link it. I'm going to pin a comment down below with the video I watched. I believe I watched it this morning. It was by Mondays, I believe. It's a new YouTuber, new relatively, as in I consider myself a new YouTuber. I've been around for a couple years though, but around the same subscriber count as I have here, but does a whole AE2 tutorial series, which is fantastic. Starts at the beginning, walks through everything, and I found it super valuable. So I'll pin it down below, and if you want to check it out, check it out. It literally walks you through step-by-step crafting recipes, kind of like my industrial foregoing tutorial or mod spotlight, if you guys have ever seen that, where I have all the item frames and show you the crafting recipes. Some of it's not super relevant to this playthrough because recipes are modified and everything, but the general idea and gist of things is valuable. So with that being said, we need to get started on our build, right? And so in order to do anything with AE2, we need to come back up here to our processors. We need to make these various different processors. And normally you'd be gated because these printed engineering circuits in normal AE2 require diamond. However, because this pack is modified, it requires silver instead. So we'll take that. I was worried I was going to be like, okay, I'm not going to be able to make some of these things because I need these engineering circuits and those need diamond, and I'm not there yet, but I'm glad to see that it is silver, not diamond, as the crafting recipe. Once we get that done, we're going to make a bunch of these. I'm not going to automate this necessarily right now. We're just going to set it up and let them run until I can get to AE2 and get some external storage and things like that, and try and actually automate it. And with export buses, input buses, and all that stuff. So we're going to kind of just set this up so we can get going and then go from there. I know I don't know what it's called. Is it an interface with AE? Maybe it's an interface. Is there an external storage? Yeah, I don't know what the external storage is called in AE2. I know I can search AE2 here. Something that we can hook up to our drawer controller so I can see all the items in there. I'm going to have to figure that part out. I don't think we'll get to that today, though. But I know there is some sort of block that will allow me to hook up to my drawers. I just need to find it. Ports, no. We'll deal with it when the time comes. I can just do a little bit of Google foo and try and find it. But anyway, we need to get ourselves started with well, with getting our inscribers set up. So we're gonna pop over to our storage over here, our charger over there. And it's going to kind of be my AE2 temporary area. Eventually, it'll be centered here because I'm going to have spokes coming out, going into each of our areas so that we can hook things up. But for now, we'll chill over here because we have a nice little power setup going so we can get power. And the first thing that we're going to need to get, and I need to actually leave this room because now I just realized that I'm going to have to come over there. In order to make these, so we're going to need these items. Silicon, we're going to need the calculation circuits. We're going to need gold for our logic circuits and silver for our engineering circuits. And we're going to use the inscribers that we made last episode to build these. However, we need to get power into these inscribers. And I believe in order to get power into these guys, we need to get what is called an energy acceptor set up so that we can power them, because these do require power. Yes, you can see up in the top 1.6 thousand AE. So if I didn't have to put an energy acceptor here though, so maybe no, they don't actually. Okay, I don't need to set up an energy acceptor. They're just able to pull power straight from Mekanism. I like that. It has a conversion. I don't know if that's like an intended conversion or what, but it worked, so we'll take it. Charger, you're kind of sort of like inconveniently placed at the moment. I would like the inscribers to set up there, but it's not like super duper and actually it kind of I was gonna say it's not super duper important, but it kind of sort of is, because the inscriber is very sighted. And you can see here, you can only insert this slot from the top. This can only be inserted from the bottom. This can be inserted from the left, right, back, and front, but this can be extracted from the left, right, back, and front. So really we can put power kind of sort of wherever we'd like. We can only insert that top slot from here, but if I put these here, I can put silicone can go here from the back, or we can put the silicone from the left. Ideally, I'd have the items go in through the top. That would be like the best. And this is the bottom. Can I like I'm just trying to think, how do I want to do this? Let's tear this down real quick. We can always put the charger back up elsewhere. It's not that big of a deal. But it's just in my way at the moment. So let's go ahead. Do I have any of these on me? No, I don't have any of those bricks on me, so I can't do anything about that. But we all are going to need power. So we're going to hook up a set of pipes. We can just pipe it out, and then we can set up our inscribers. So we'll set this one here, 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 and not that one. Okay. So we have inscribers set up, and they all will have power in a moment as soon as I set this to extract. These boots are going to drive me nuts a little bit, and I can't turn them off, so we kind of have to sort of deal with it. Also can't silence them. So without automating anything, we can do is we have our inscribing engineering press in here. We can go ahead and put our silicone. However, and that's not the one that goes there. Silicone is made with the silicone press. And we kind of sort of want these to be in order, so that way we can, not have to worry about it. Here's the problem. Look, 30. Oh no, I can only put one in here at a time. That's why we kind of want to automate it, because I don't want to be manually placing these things in here. So we have calculation press, and then we have not that. After calculation, we're going to go logic, which is going to be gold. I think I have to do this, and then I can do that. Then we're going to have the engineering press, and I need to go get myself some silver. And while I'm over there, I'll get myself the other resources that I'm going to need, which is going to be some gold, or more gold for sure. So let's just grab a stack of gold, but I'm also going to need silver, which is you. And silicone was cooked up flux or something like that, if I remember. Maybe it was nether quartz. I can't recall. No, it's flux dust to make this, right? No, sand. Oh, okay. Well, I could make more of that too easily. But yeah, so right over here, we have ourselves a silicone. We should have a calculation would be this guy. Then we should have a logic. Then if I put some silver in here, we will get an engineering. And then in this one, I can just go ahead and put redstone. However, problem is I can't set more than one inside of here at a time. And there is not the fancy advanced inscribers that come from the mod AE2 stuff in here, only the base AE2 inscribers. So I can't, upgrade these to the next level to be able to store more than one item inside of there. So we kind of sort of have a slight issue in that regard, but we can work around it. Okay. So if we can insert this slot from the left, right, back, or front, what we can do is actually just remove this power, and we can put the power in from the bottom. Okay. If we get power in from the bottom, then that frees up the back for inputs, and we can just hopper the inputs. And since only one item can go in at a time, a wooden hopper will work perfectly fine for this. I am going to have to make sure that this does not bridge there, because we don't want power to come from there. We want it to come out of our energy cube. We don't want it to steal power from there. So we're going to disconnect that. I'm also going to go ahead and disconnect that. And then realize that that's not going to work because I need to access the back of this. So we really have to move these forward by 1. Yay me. All right. Vein mine. I have no room in my inventory. Now I got to place a block back down. Get out of here. Just chill on the floor for a minute. There. Now I can inscriber. And if I'm going to be pulling items out of the front, yeah, we can pull out of the front. So we can put them in the top, pull out of the front. Now this one's going to be the funky one because this is going to require items from multiple spots, but that's okay. We can work with it. Let's go ahead and just throw things into here since I am stuck inventory wise at the moment. That's why we're trying to work on it. Okay, now I can get energy pipes. Run this here to here, wrench it, and extract, and then we can fill this back in. And then you all should be happy. Hunky-dory with power? Yes. Okay, cool. Now we can get hoppers. Okay, so I should have hoppers over here. Bam. I like this flight now. It makes running around so much easier. Now we can hopper this. So if we put hoppers on the back of each one of these, we should be able to at least automate item input so we can get these items in. Now we do have to get items out. You can't just, you have to be able to get the items out too. But we should be okay. So if I go ahead and put gold here, or gold here, that should allow the gold to start feeding in. We'll put silicone here. We will put Certus quartz here. We will put silver here. And then this is going to be, we'll figure that out in a moment. So this is trying to do stuff. Well, we don't want that to happen. So let's kind of get that thing in there. We want calculation press, right? Yeah, do that instead, please. Don't just start doing your own thing. Okay, buddy? So we need calculation. We're going to need silicone. That's you. Then we're going to need logic, which is you. And then we're going to need engineering, which is you. Okay. So now we are going to start building up processors. And what's funny is this slot can hold more than one. Get out of here. There we go. Yeah, that slot can hold multiple. So we can actually just really have this stack up there up to its full stack. That's not too big of a deal. So with that being done, we now have one of each type of the printed circuits. However, we need to turn those into their circuit form, their processor form, which is going to be done by using the circuit, a redstone piece, and printed silicone. So if I put redstone in here, it does go into the middle slot. Okay, so that takes care of that. I could then have, this can be inserted from the top, but this can only be inserted from the bottom. So I'd have to have like some sort of chest sit here. But then I could automate that even further, right? I could do this, which would put those in there, and then I could have a chest sit here, Wait, but that can only go in the bottom. But I have power coming in the bottom. I guess redstone could come here. Oh, this one's a pain. For now, that's fine. Okay, so we can then put a, we can put this chest here. You know what? That's fine, actually. Because if I put this here, the bottom is always going to be printed silicone. So if I just, boop, if I just make sure that the printed silicone goes here and I just manually have it. But I want to feed it. That's my issue. Anyway, if we do that, bam, now we should get a printed, a processor. Bam. And now we have a calculation processor. The redstone went back in. I do... I want that to do that so that it can feed, but that can only insert from the bottom. This can insert from anywhere. Let me think about this. Give me a second. All right. Well, this works. So here we go. So top hopper pushing in printed silicone into the top slot here. Man. I lied. Well, I mean, it kind of does work. It's just going to look, it's going to be very ugly. But we can do this. So we can put this here. That'll push the redstone into the center inventory. And then if I drop my logic circuits in here, it'll automatically craft them. Now my issue is I need to get them out. Yeah, they need to get pulled out. So really, I need to access... This one needs to be pulled over. I need to access all the sides on this one. All right, give me a second. I'll let me reconfigure this. You know, when people ask me why I like refined storage over AE2, this is why. I just hate getting into it, okay? Just getting this part done. Oh, this is the worst. Anyway, so here we go. I had to set the charger back up because we ran out of silicone. So, apparently we have a Amber Alert or something going on. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hopefully it'll stop soon. Anyway, we have a charger set back up, processing sand so that I can get silicone, so that I can put the silicone over here, or I'm sorry, put the silicone over here so that I can grab it from here and then bring it over to here or here. Nope, here. So I can let this run so we can get our processors. And I'm trying to just get 3 of each kind going, 16 of each going for now. And then hopefully that's enough to get us started. But just this process, I know eventually I'll be able to automate this, and I'll automate it most likely using XNet or something along that line. XNet is in this pack, yes? At least give me something. Yes. Okay. So with XNet, I should be able to easily automate that using, XNet's advanced connectors because they have sidedness, and I can have faux sidedness essentially, which I just need to get diamonds and ender pearls. So I think we're very near to that, and then I can automate this and not have to worry about it and not have to stress. But for now, okay. So with that being said, we finished that chapter, which was our processors chapter. Now we can get into our storage chapter. And while I was trying to get that and waiting for those, I went ahead to my arc furnace and I set up quartz glass to be cooked up, refresh of the recipe, glass, silicone, and nether quartz. So we have that going for us. And with the quartz glass, we are now not doing that. We are now able to go ahead and grab stuff going both directions. I'm curious to know, do I need this energy acceptor since the Mekanism power cube worked directly? We'll find out. I'm going to go without it for now and then see if we need to. But we need to make ourselves some quartz fiber, which is going to be Certus quartz dust and quartz glass. So I need Certus quartz dust. Tell me I have some of that. Nope, it figures. That was made by putting something in the... it was putting Certus quartz, right? The recipe of this was charging glowstone or inscribing Certus quartz. I could do the charging glowstone portion of things. That just ran out of sand, so we don't have to worry too much about that. So let me grab some of this glowstone that we have. It's infinite, so it's not that big of a deal, even though we only have 381 right now. We can make it work. I'll just grab a whole set of this stuff. I'm also going to need to go get... No, I don't think I'm going to need glass. I think I'll have enough glass. Also finding out that tick accelerating these things is not like... That's another thing. Like, I try and tick accelerate this, and it's really not going any faster. Like, yeah, there's no speed increase. I don't know, maybe it's the hoppers that are not, but it doesn't seem to be going any faster. I tried tick accelerating this guy too, and I got nothing out of it either. So, yeah, that's a thing. But Certus quartz dust. I'd like to at least make 3 sets of this quartz fiber because it makes 8 at a time. So let me get 1 more of these for now. Oh, wait, I have some sitting there. And then we can go craft up. So let's go pop over here and craft. So quartz fiber is going to be some of that quartz glass and Certus quartz dust. So we can go ahead and grab that. Let's do, well, yes, but like this. And let's hold off. I'm going to hold off on doing any more because I don't want to burn through all this quartz glass that I have because I'd have to make more silicone. With that, we're now able to get Fluix glass cables by converting that over. One of those will turn into 4 cables, so that's not too bad of a recipe there. So we can do that. And we'll grab 16 of those, okay? And then with that, we're able to get a ME drive. Yes, okay. ME drive. In order to use the drive, I need a controller though, don't I? Like I can't just use the drive without a controller. I have to get skystone dust, and then I have to get skystone, which is skystone dust smelted up, and then skystone block, I'm assuming is, smelting that. And then for the controller, I'm going to need 4 of those. But yeah, in order to do this, I have to have a controller. So I need to get my inventory taken care of. This is why I'm doing this. I need to get asteroid blocks inscribed without anything inside of it. So just asteroid blocks on its own, lonesome. So let's put those, man, we're like out of everything. I have no room either. Let's throw Electrum Grit. I don't think I'm using right now. We can throw those in there. We can throw that in there. I'm not using it at the moment. All these processors can chill here. I am going to be using those. And let's just grab the engineering press, take that out, and throw in asteroid blocks, and let those cook up into skystone. This can go here. We can throw those where they belong, though I'm out of redstone anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. But I'm going to need a couple of these. I also need to inscribe these, don't I, in order to make the skystone block, because that's made by smelting the skystone, which is made by inscribing the skystone dust. So I need a total of 16 of these. Now look, if I try and tick accelerate this, it doesn't progress any faster. I don't know if it's a power thing. Like, am I bottlenecking out on power? I mean, maybe. Let's just do that. Maybe. I don't think so. I don't think these respond to tick accelerating at all. You'd think at an 8x processing speed, these would just like be close to instantly completing, but it's just not. So, no tick accelerating. That's all right. TheAndrata says with a grimace on his face. So I just need 16 of these, and then I'll just swap it out. So what do we need? 4 more. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'll swap it out for this, and then we should be able to get our controller, which will allow me to get my drive, and then I got to get other things, but I'm going to get a system set up today. That way I can at least move all my stuff into there. It will make crafting everything going forward so much more simple. So if this is a little bit longer episode, it'll make up for yesterday's being a little bit shorter than normal. So sorry, but not sorry. All right, let's go there. Now inscribe this stuff. And really, you know what I should do is just like share the workload. Just give me all these back out, okay? Just give me them. You take some skystone. You can have some of that. You can have some of that. You can have some of that. And just get to work. Cook everything up. I'm tired of waiting. Okay? And that'll get me enough for what I need. Skystone, 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 skystone. Don't I only need 4 of these? Why am I making 16? I don't know. Why does TheAndrata not ever pay attention? I don't know. Now I'm going to have enough. I'll have extra. Whatever. It is what it is. You are the calculation press. You are the logic press. Yeah, you're the gold one. You are engineering. And you can go back to being silicon. Well, I made 16 because I'm thinking I need to put them in a 4x4, but I don't. Throw it over here. Smelt it. And it should just smelt the whole stack. Apparently not. But I only need 4 of these. So we got 5. Good. Okay. Skystone block will now allow me to get the controller. Bam. And will now allow me to get the ME drive. Bam. Which will allow me to get other things. Okay. That took care of that. That took care of that. That takes care of that, that, and that. I need to get myself a illuminated panel. I need this because we're going to need some screens. So it's going to require glowstone dust. Do I have any glowstone dust on me? I don't believe so. I believe I used it all. That's over here. Sure, just give me a stack. Whatever I don't need, I'll just throw back into the system that I'm already full on. And redstone as well. I have no room. Yep, out of room again. Let's go ahead and throw... Let's throw... asteroid block away. Let's throw... I don't even know. I don't know what I'm not using right now. Sand. Okay. Illuminated panel. We'll grab that. That'll get us 3 of these bad boys. That's going to allow me to get annihilation cores, and then I'll need formation cores because I'm working towards getting this guy. That's my goal right now. Terminal. Annihilation core. That's going to be this. And then I need the formation core. That's going to be this. Again, going to have no room in my inventory for it. Obsidian, glass, go away. Formation core, which will now allow me to get myself a ME terminal. Goodness gracious. Terminal. Okay. We are almost with everything that we need. The last thing that we are going to need is our storage components. Our storage housings and components. 4Ks are going to require 3 3Ks. Is it worth getting 4Ks in AE2, or is it just like sticking with the 1Ks to play? I'm not entirely sure. I would need 3 of these to make this. Sure, we can go with a 4K. We'll do a 4K. Okay, so I need... Well, let's see. Okay, I can make enough. 1, 2, 3 of these, which will get me 1 4K. If I can find room in my inventory again. Okay. All right. That's everything that we're going to need. That's good. Let's get a storage system going. We're going to pop back over here, and we're going to use this power. So we're just going to go boop, boop, boop. This, glowstone, go away. And we'll use this for our power. Okay, cool. Glowstone, come back. All right. So if I take my controller... and I place this down here, do you get power? You do. No energy acceptor is needed. My ME drive can go ahead and chill right here. I can take that ME drive and I can get a housing for it. I forgot that I need to get that part. Not chemical cells. I just need a regular item storage. We need to just go do a little bit of crafting. I think I have everything that's needed for that though. Housing. That is item cell housing. Now, if I take this and I take this 4K storage component, I can combine them together and make myself a item storage cell. I can come over here. I can take this. I can pop it into there. Now I have storage access. And then all I got to do is take my terminal and pop it. Well, let's grab a cable. We can put the cable here. We can put the cable here. I like the little wireframe. Then I can take my terminal. Pop it there. Look at that. Nice, beautiful, tiny storage. Let's do large, tall, full height. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Look at this. Ready? Get out of my inventory. Ha ha ha. Thank you. Goodness gracious. And we've just used, 20 of our 63 types. So we're going to need a lot more of those drawers, but that's okay. Most of this stuff actually does not belong in here. Most of this stuff goes into storage drawers, which is why I set up functional storage in the first place, because I knew this was going to be an issue. So those things don't belong in here. So really we have less than that, and that's fine. Anything that we're really going to store bulk items, we need to put in a drawer. Our terminal here is going to be for the things that really don't fall into that category. But yeah, nice. We have digital storage. I like to sort by number of items. I like to sort it descending so I know what I have the most of in there. I do like the interface here for AE2 because we only need one interface to see fluids and items. We can view our stored items. We can view craftable items just right like this, so I don't need to have like a separate terminal, and we have settings, so we can adjust a whole bunch of different types of settings, which is pretty cool. But that is a digital storage system from AE2. Basics, bare bones, nothing fancy about it. We can't access anything else in our inventory. We can't do anything else other than the fact that I can break and put things in there. So I'm going to end up making more of these 4K storage components, and then being able to dump all of this stuff into my storage system. So with that being done, that means next episode we're going to come back and we're going to have a storage system ready to rock for us, which is what I wanted. That's why I was pushing to get this done this episode, because I wanted a good, nice storage system ready to go for us to be able to do all of our crafting and such. Let's go ahead and throw this stuff in there, and then we can take all this back out. We can kind of sort of do this. Anything that was supposed to go in there, which was nothing. Okay, sand. Sand's not in there? No, sand's out here. But we can move like this automation process into that room, and then kind of sort of hook everything up, all that needs to be hooked up and ready to go. So I'm going to do a little bit of work in between episodes and get a nice setup going. And I'm going to try and get this centered here. So we'll probably get a power flower tower down below here, running up the middle, so we can have our controller sit here, and then we can have everything branch. I'll figure out the power situation, because wiring, that's going to be a pain if I'm going to do it underground, but I also want branches of Fluix cable, or really what I would need to do is dense cabling. I know some things about this, so I'd want to do like dense cabling and run that all the way over there, but what is smart cables cost? That's a covered cable, which is just cable and wool, which we have infinite string because we have our hemp. We have redstone and glowstone to make smart cable, and then we can do dense smart cable. Okay, to-do list. So I will go ahead in between episodes. I am going to do that. So I'm going to move our controller here. I'm going to run cables all the way to each one of these areas so we can automate things. Controller can sit up here with our terminal all here. I need to find that item that allows us to connect our inventories. Let's see what that is. I'd like to see, at least know what it is, so that when you guys come back, I can talk about it. But connecting an external storage. What allows me to do that here, sir? No. Storage bus. That's it. Allows your network to view items that are not stored in it. Simple. Interface, sticky piston, and an interface is glass and those cores. So I don't need to make that. Y'all can see that, and then I'll talk about how it works next episode. But yeah, if you enjoyed today's episode, hey, you know what? It's our first real dive into AE2. I think I started to use it maybe in one pack, but I don't think I ever even got this far. I don't think I've ever actually set up a simple network. Now, obviously, we have no channels, or well, we do have channels. We're using two of the, on the ME drive side, we're using one, and then on the terminal side, we're using one. So we're using some of the channels that are available to our controller right now, but not like anything that's really important at the moment. But yeah, anyway, we'll play with it. We'll figure it out, and we're going to work on automating all this stuff and getting into auto crafting, which, goodness gracious, that's going to be so great. It will help speed this pack up a lot too. Yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.